Welcome, race fans. Tonight we are back with the I-States Racing Association, the Ford Entertainment Group 250 here at Kansas. Now, as you can see, everybody on the screen, I am on the number 24 of Dalton Tucker. Very sad day for Mr. Dalton Tucker out there. For those of you who's not aware, he lost one of his friends today, and our thoughts and prayers are out there with the Patrick Curtis family. We'll get Dalton up here later on to talk somewhere around in qualifying about it. Kind of let you know what's going on, but it's always a tough time losing somebody, friend or family. And we're right up there with you, Dalton, man. We support you here at MaxSpeedTV. Hang in there, bud. Everything will be okay. And for the Patrick Curtis family out there, if you're listening, our thoughts and prayers are with you. And it's going to be tough, but just hang in there. If you need somebody to talk to, there's plenty of us out here to talk to. Just message us, and we'll be right there with you. Well, right now, folks, they are under a driver's meeting, and they're talking about everything that's been going on. And I know Dalton in the number 24 is going to be doing something, I believe, right before they drop the green flag as well. But we wanted to make sure we got the memory of the Curtis family there on the hood for everybody out there. So well, we are going to get straight into the point standings here coming into tonight here at Kansas. Tony Monge still holding on to the top spot with 590. Dalton Tucker is in second, 38 back, 552. Josh Mayu in third, 519, 33 back. Thomas Golden fourth, 80 back behind Mayu, 439 points. Kenneth McCullough and Greg McKinney both tied for that 5th, 6th position with 434 points, 5 points back from Thomas Gold. Matthew McCann in 7th, 415 points, 19 back. Terry Griffey in 8th, 412 points, 3 back. Jim Westerfield in 9th, 376 points, 36 back. Scotty Johnson up a spot in 10th place, cracking the top 10, 340 points, 36 back behind Jim as well. Chuck Carroll in 11th, up 2 spots, 334 points, 6 back behind Scotty Johnson. And Logan Keiss still holding on into that 12th position there, holding strong, 321 points. He is 13 back behind Chuck Carroll. Now, this is the top 12, but the top 16 will make it to the chase. And like I said in the last stream, once we get closer to the chase, I will be bringing the top 16 up here. For right now, we will just worry about the top 12. And then when we dwindle down to where really things are going to start grinding down to the bittersweet end of the regular season, then we will get the top 16 down here for an interview. But that will do it for the point standings here going in to tonight. A big shout out to the sponsors here as well for I-State's K2B Designs Moto option, and of course tonight's sponsor, the Ford Entertainment Group. We will get more information out there about these sponsors here as the race goes on. As we take a look at the pre-race analysts here real quick, we got an air temp of 64 degrees, a track temp of 64 as well. We're going to be doing 167 laps here tonight, roughly about 250 miles, give or take, however many laps they have to do per se under caution. I believe it'll add to it, but it's going to be 167 laps regardless. They're going to have to pit for fuel before the end of stage number 1, and it will come at lap number 40. Then the second stage will end on lap 80, and then it'll be a shootout to the finish at 167. 25 to 30 laps roughly on tires is when you're going to start to really notice the tire fall off here tonight. Kansas is well known for eating up tires, so they're going to really have to be on key here tonight, especially when the fuel falls off. But we're going to get right into it. They're going to be pulling out here to finish up practice here with about 3 minutes left to go, as we see Mr. Dalton Tucker there falling, getting back up on to the racing surface. We'll go a wide view here for everybody. That way we can see everybody. But we are going to step away here, folks, real quick, play the national anthem. Don't go anywhere. We will be right back with qualifying underway.
Can you see by the dawn's early light what so proudly we hailed at the twilight's last gleaming, whose broad stripes and bright stars through the perilous fight, oh, the red
Alrighty, folks, back live here. Qualifying is underway, and times are starting to roll in here tonight. Right now, Mr. Chuck Carroll does have that top spot here currently, as 4 drivers have taken a qualifying time. Still more to come. Tony Manji in second, and Scotty Brown in the number 70 gonna steal that top spot there. Go into first place. Now Chuck Carroll gonna take it right back. These guys still qualifying here. They got 10 minutes to do so. Lonnie Barrington out here putting in his lap. We will see where the 23 goes here in just a few minutes. Jonathan Whalen, Chad Engel in the number 10, Matthew McCann into the 00, Steve Seegers in the 16. Out here on the track, Scott Johnson in the 07. It looks like Tony Manji currently right now in that top spot. Thomas Vanassi goes into second with a 33.58. Still waiting on some more times to come in. It looks like Jared Duda, I believe that is how you pronounce his name. First time I have seen him here. He is in the number 53 out here putting in a qualifying time. Brady Road out here as well. Scott Wise in the 31. We'll have a GFPT for everybody that doesn't know what a GFPT stands for. It is a green flag pass-through at the start of the race. And, of course, you will not see the number 20 out here on the track here tonight. He has been suspended for 1 race. All right, Matthew McCann, see Dalton Tucker still looking to put in a time here. Well, let me see here if I can get Dalton down here. Dalton, Joshua in the booth, man. You got a copy, bud?
Yeah, I got you.
Well, I know you're going to be probably qualifying here momentarily, but I just wanted to get you down here and, kind of talk about what's going on. Of course, everybody knows I didn't mention it. We are sorry about your loss, man, but it's rough.
Yeah, for sure, especially when it's unexpected like it was. It doesn't matter how close they are to you. It's always tough like that.
Yes, it is, man. Yes, it is. Well, I'm sure everybody at iStates, man, of course us here at MaxSpeedTV, we support you. We're there. Need anybody to talk to, but there's plenty of people out there that you can talk about it, because we've all been through it, and it's part of life, but it still does hurt.
Yeah, for sure. And I really appreciate that.
Yeah, man, we're all here, bud. Well, I'm not going to keep you, Dalton, man. I'm going to let you get out there and do your qualifying time if you're going to qualify. Any shout-outs you want to give before you go?
I just want everyone to keep that family in your prayers and thoughts, and it's hard on all of his friends, so I can only imagine how the family feels.
Exactly. Yeah. They're in our thoughts and prayers here at MaxSpeedTV, and it's rough, but just hang in there, everybody, and work through it. It's still gonna hurt. It's really I don't really know how to explain it, but it is rough.
Yeah, without a doubt.
It is rough. All right, Dalton. Well, I'll let you get back to it there, bud, and we'll get on your car here in just a little bit. You still gonna pull up in front of the pace car?
Yeah.
Okay. All right. Well, we'll do that once we go get gridded up and everything. All right, bud.
All right.
Uh huh. All right, well that was Dalton Tucker. It was that was his friend, and it's rough. Okay. You're wanting to know why the number 20 got suspended. Well, I don't want to get into details too much, but if you go back and watch last week's race here at I-States on MaxSpeedTV, you'll know there was some tempers flaring last week. So, please go back and watch it because it was a good race last week, and had a little bit of tempers going last week. They were at Dover, and man, it was interesting. That is for sure. Well, all right, David McCullough in the number 8 looks like he is done. Timmy Trowbridge looks like maybe finished as well in 4th. Still Tony Mongi holding into the top spot. It looks like Dalton Tucker may be qualifying. Well, right now he's currently 21st. See Jim Westerfield now going into 20th. Josh Mayu out here looking to put in his first time. Terry Griffey as well. Logan Keiss. So it looks like a lot of drivers are going to qualify, if not for all of them. It looks like Chad Engel in the number 10 is just sitting right at the start-finish line. Not sure what Chad's doing. Well, Dalton Tucker, no surprise, in the 24, taking it to that top spot. And we'll get a look on Dalton's car again here for everybody. And it looks like Dalton did exit out. Okay, so we will get back on him here in just a little bit. Got about a minute 15 left here in qualifying. Yeah, it was a good race, Mike. Let me tell you, it was a fantastic race, but you know how the Monster Mile gets. So Terry Griffey going into 3rd, Logan Keiss in 8th here currently. Well, next week, May the 12th, we're going to be slinging some dirt at Eldora in the trucks. You do not want to miss that for the Eldora All-Star race. No points on the line, just for some fun out there for these guys, but they're going to win some money. We'll get into more details on that coming up later here on Max Speed TV. 30 seconds left remains here in qualifying. Well, it looks like Dalton's still holding on to that top spot. Roger Rios going into 13th. Any better the time? No, I believe he might be done, and he is. And there we go. Checkered flag has waved. We'll get him on the grid here. Well, starting on the pole here tonight with the Moto Options starting grid, Dalton Tucker in the 24. Grabbing the pole here with a 32.57. Congratulations to Dalton for getting the pole here tonight. Starting on the outside of him in 2nd in the 02 will be Josh Mayu. In 3rd, Terry Griffey. Tony Mongi going to be starting in that 4th spot. Thomas Gold in 5th. Scott Bellum 6th. Matthew McCann in 7th. Logan Keiss 8th. Kenny McCullough 9th. And Tim Trowbridge will round out the top 10 in qualifying. David McCullough in 11th. Steve Seegers in that 12th spot. Roger Rios 13th. Thomas Vanassi 14th. Brady Road 15th. Jared Duda in 16th. Scott Wise 17th. Chuck Carroll 18th. Scotty Brown 19th. Darren Bruce 20th. Jonathan Whalen 21st. Jim Westerfield 22nd. Nate DeFayette in 23rd. Scott Johnson 24th. Chris Munger 25th. Lonnie Barrington 26th. And Chad Engel will round out the field here tonight in 27th with a 9-minute, 7-second qualifying time. Gotta pick on Chad there. So let's get down here and find Mr. Dalton Tucker. And if I can find him. I know he's here somewhere. There he is. Do a ride along here with Mr. Dalton. Yeah, super speedway track, short track tempers. Yeah, pretty much it, Mike. All right, we are going to be ready to roll off here. We are going to keep quiet here for a moment. All right, well, as he pulls back, kept quiet there in remembrance. Well, all right, pace car will dive off here momentarily. Dalton Tucker going to get him going here with the O2 on the outside. Pace car is off. Get ready, buckle up, fasten your seat belts. We're about to go green flag. Green flag is out. Boogity, boogity, boogity. We're racing at Kansas. Question is, are they going to use both lines, or are they going to go single foul here, as my dog had to put her 2 cents in the background? Oh, no! We're wrecking already. Caution is out. Whoa! And it looks like, I see Scotty Brown involved in that. Jonathan Whalen. Well, let's go to an instant replay here, folks, and see what happened. As we're going to pause this here real quick. Maybe. I don't know what's going on here. It's not wanting to go into a chase view. Oh, hang on just a minute. Having some technical difficulties with the cameras here, folks. Not wanting to go in. All right, here we go. All right, we'll get it. We'll get it. Okay, so I'm going to be riding along here with Jonathan Whalen. Kind of see what happened here. Looked like I might have started up front there. Not sure what happened. But I know Jonathan was involved. Oh, right there. The Tide Machine. Terry Griffey going sideways. And it might have been some contact there between them two. The 0-2. Yeah, right there. Ooh, a little bit of net code. The 0-2 and the 9 get together, and that pushed everybody up the track. The 00 getting a piece of it. The 8 hitting hard and goes tumbling down the front stretch. Oh, heavy damage coming to a lot of vehicles here early on, folks. All right, we'll back up front. Oh, my brother's in chat. Well, all right, we won't do an interview here because they only did not even what, 2 laps, and caution already flied, so already flied, something like that. One of the two. All right, well, they're going to get double file here again. I guess they're going to try it again. Well, I put Dalton Tucker still up front. He's led all the laps. Tony Manji going to be in second. The 0-2 of Josh Mayu in third. Brady Road in fourth and Chuck Carroll in fifth. It looks like Brady, yeah, he might have been blinking. All right. And that code's been wonky, yeah, I'm sure. I'm sure it has. Mike Darrell Walter, if one's my location. Well, if he wants it bad enough, he can find me. That's all I gotta say. Well, all right, they're gonna try it again. Coming to lap number 5 here. Had a few come down pit road. Pace car is off. And Dalton's gonna lead them back to the green flag. Here we go. Green flag is back out. We are back underway. Oh, golly. My brother in chat cracking me up. All right, Dalton Tucker in the DuPont 24 with a Remembrance paint. He is getting a little bit of some bumper action there by the 92 of Tony Manji. Brady Road in third. Jim in the 15 started 22nd. He's already up here to fourth. That's what a caution will do. You can gain positions fairly quickly. As most of these guys stayed out, I'm sure. Nobody really, the top 6 didn't even pit, really. That are top 6 now. Jared Duda in currently 6th. And Darren Bruce started 20th. He's in 7th. He made a quick pit stop. Chuck Carroll started 18th. He didn't pit. He's currently 9th. And the number 3, a good wrench machine. Yeah, for everybody out there, I am Joshua Medlock on the mic here tonight. I did not let everybody know that was me. But that is me. Well, Dalton has led 6 laps. And you see how they come down onto the apron here onto the front stretch. You got to be very careful in that particular area. Getting down really ain't the problem. It's when you come back up onto the track. You've got to be really aware of people around you, and of course coming back on. If you lose grip, you're really going to lose control of the car, and you really don't want to do that. These guys still screaming down now the back stretch. Well, the front stretch here as they drop it down low. Dalton has led yet another lap here. We're going to go back here into the field of ways. Not very many battles going on here early on. The 27 of Darren Bruce kind of cut right in the center there. Hopefully everybody can hear me okay. Let's go back here into the field. It looks like we have already several drivers that have taken their car already behind the wall. Terry Griffey being one of them. It looks like Scott Bellum still sitting on pit road. A lot of drivers still sitting on pit road getting damage fixed. Scott Wise as well. David McCullough and Timmy Trowbridge. Looks like Timmy didn't start. And I don't believe David might have either. Both of them are 9 laps down. So back up front. Still the 24 leading the Screaming Machines out here. Nate DeFayette in the 62. Doesn't look like he has really any body around him. He does have some heavy damage there on that 62. They get no resets, or quick repairs, so they have to get damage fixed while they're on pit road. Looks like we might have a battle be brewing here momentarily. The 1053 and the 27 all close together. Scott Johnson in that 07 low with Lonnie Barrington in the 23 right behind him. All these guys driving, I wouldn't say defensively, but more cautiously. Chuck Harrell diving it low. Gonna go side by side here for a quick second with the 23. Couldn't make it stick. Washes back up right behind Lonnie. Yes, still screaming it out here up front. Everybody looks like got it fixed. Looks like Chris Munger on pit road, as well as the 02 of Josh Mayu. Stage will end on lap 40 here tonight for stage number 1. Oh, gonna watch the 53 of Jared Duda. He's gonna try to make a move there, and he will make the pass on the 10. And here comes the 10 of Chad Engel. Engel going to take it back low. Going to go side by side on the backstretch. We've got a battle for 5th place here between the 53 and the 10. It looks like the 07 of Scott Johnson's going to join the picture here with the 27 of Darren Bruce. Chuck Harrell, he's not afraid. He's going to take it. Well, I thought he was going to take it 3 wide there for a moment. They still go side by side right here for 5th place. Ooh, the 07 almost got his nose knocked off by the 10 as the 10 of Chad Engel came down. That was close. Good thing you know where the front end of your truck is. Dalton Tucker doesn't have a commanding lead here tonight. He is only about 1/10 of a second ahead of Tony Manji. Jim Westerfield, though, has fell back to 1.4 seconds back behind Tony. Tony in second, Jim in third. And he's got Brady Road behind him, breathing down his neck. There may be a little bit of team action going on here as well. I know that Dalton Tucker and Josh Mayu and Logan Keiss are all teammates. But we have seen Dalton and Tony work together before. And, you know, at Talladega a few weeks ago, they were actually working together. And it was very interesting. All right, race control coming down the wire here. 92 at fault. Aggressive bump drafting on that caution. The number 31 of us. Where's the 31 of Scott Wise? He did serve his penalty. Well, everybody, get out there, share this on your social media accounts, Twitter, Facebook, Instagram, Snapchat, whatever the case may be. Get some more viewers up in here. We've got 8 viewers, it looks like. Right now, they're still battling it here with some action going on right behind them. Who is behind Tony Manji? That would be the 62. The 62 of Nate DeFayette. Well, Nate is 3 laps down to the leader. Brady Road, the 29, started 15th, currently 4th. As you see the top 3 up there on the chat or on the top bar there. Well, this is the ISRA LFOD Motorsports Truck Series. Tonight's race is being sponsored by FEG, the Ford Entertainment Group. A little bit of information about FEG. It's the Ford Entertainment Group is a huge sponsor of a bunch of races for iStates this season. They are giving away a $1,200 gaming PC to the driver who completes the most laps for the whole season. So you'll see some guys out here with damage. You know, they could be several laps down, but they're just wanting to get the most laps in they can to get that computer. And we've seen it at Talladega especially, and then last week at Dover we seen it. So I expect we'll see it here tonight as well. It looks like the 15 of Jim Westerfield coming down pit road. They cannot complete the stage, or complete the first stage without making a pit stop. And I don't believe, even with the caution on the first lap, it's still not enough to do it. So they're going to have to come down pit road. Moto Option is another sponsor here for iStates Racing. Moto Option is giving away a brand new custom hoodie for the driver's with the driver's last name on it and number, and second and third place, and the best of the rest of the finishers place in points all get gift cards from them. As we take a look here on screen for everybody out there, there's the hoodie and the gift cards, and then of course the O2 of Josh Mayu representing the sponsor. So that is what Moto Option is doing here. And LFOD also is giving $100 to the driver with the least amount of incidents for the season, and $50 to the driver with the second least amounts of incidents throughout the season. So those are your sponsors here and what they're doing. Well, Darren Bruce, Chuck Carroll here, 4th and 5th. Everybody pretty much getting spread out here. Lonnie Barrington started 26th up to 9th. And it doesn't look like we're going to have any. Well, here comes Matthew McCann in the 00 coming down pit road. It looks like Brady Road of the 29 and the best overhead doors Silverado coming down pit road as well. So we do have drivers pitting early as we've got a battle brewing here. Tony Mangi and Dalton Tucker. Dalton has led 25 laps. Tony did lead 1 lap, so bonus points coming in for Tony Mangi. Tony is your points leader. Dalton Tucker got the win last week. Started on the pole, got the win, his first win of the season, and he is looking to get more under his belt. Get into that gap just a little bit more of Tony Mangi. Dalton only 38 points behind Tony, 30 in second place. But these two guys are really battling it out as we see both of them come down pit road together. Tony's like, all right, Dalton, I'm going to come in here right behind you because you're not getting too far out ahead of me. Well, that'll give the lead up to Chuck Carroll, who will lead his first lap of the race, so bonus points for him. Looks like Darren Bruce, Scott Johnson also coming down pit road. Jared Duda just now coming off of pit road. Going to have to go all the way around to the cone, onto the backstretch before entering the track. We will see it here momentarily. He is in the Toyota. Right there is the blue cone. After he passes it, he can come back onto the racing surface. No harm, no foul. Well, Chad Engel going to lead his first lap of the race here with about 10 to go before the end of stage number 1. It looks like Chad Engel wanted the bonus points, so now he's going to come down pit road. Lonnie Barrington coming down pit road as well. Lonnie, I don't believe, will lead a lap. As these two are 1 and 2 here on pit road. Roger Rios will, I believe, take over top spot. He will. Will it give it to him? Yes, it will. Roger going to lead his first lap of the race here under green flag pit stops. Jim Westerfield in second place as we see the 24 of Dalton Tucker. Going to make the pass on Jim. Dalton, fresh tires. Tony Manji, fresh tires. Jim going to go back to third as Dalton and Tony get around him. Everybody spread out for the most part here. Dalton and Tony still here neck and neck pretty much. Dalton 3/10 of a second behind. Jim Westerfield 7/10 of a second. Or 800 of a second, however you want to do it. Scotty Brown 1.3 behind Jim in fourth. Brady Road in fifth. Scott Johnson in sixth. Chuck Carroll in seventh. Jared Duda in eighth. Chad Engel in ninth. Darren Bruce will round out your top 10 here with about 7 to go. Make it 6 to go before the end of stage number 1. And right now it looks like it's going to be a battle between the 24 and the 92. For these stage points, the winner gets 10 points. Second gets 9. And then it works its way all the way back to 10th. 10th place getting 1 point. All right, now Tony Manji putting a little bit of pressure there on the 24 as the 43, they get around the 43 of Logan Keiss. Logan several laps down, still heavy damage on that front end. He's going to drive it until it blows. Let's hope it don't blow. Let's hope he can stay out there and finish the race. But I'm sure he's worried about it. Well, as we come around turn number 1 and 2, Tony taking it low. But Dalton got that run on the high side. That's where you want to be at. Dalton, these two up front here, two drivers that are very good. They know how to race around one another. They know how much pressure they can put around one another. And you know Tony is not going to give up, and Dalton's not going to give an inch. We make it 3 laps before the end of the stage here. Check back into the field a little ways further. First car lap down is Lonnie Barrington. Jonathan Whalen 1 lap down. Roger Rios 1 lap down as well. Kenny McCullough and Nate DeFayette also 1 lap down. 12th through 16th. Right now, Lonnie is looking to get his lap back as well as everybody else. Right now, Lonnie does have the wave around. If a caution was to come out right now, he would get the wave around, and of course the stage would end. But they're trying to finish this under green flag conditions. We're going to be making it 1 more lap here before the end of stage number 1. I don't know who's going to really win stage one because, you know, Dalton and Tony, these two guys battling it up front here, first and second. You know, if Dalton just makes the slightest mistake, Tony's going to pounce on him. And he is going to capitalize on that top spot. Grabbing 10 extra bonus points and leading the lap, though. That's going to help. That's going to be 11 points for Mr. Tucker. Cutting into that lead of Tony Manji as they cross the line on lap number 40. And there it is, folks. Caution is out. Stage one winner here tonight, Dalton Tucker. Right now, going to be picking up Right now, going to be picking up 10 points for that, and then, of course, 1 point for leading the lap. So right now, he's currently at 11 points. Tony Manji does have 9, so that's going to help Tony as well. But congratulations goes to the 24 of Dalton Tucker for winning the stage here tonight. Give us a few minutes. We'll let these guys make their pit stops and, you know, do what they need to do. And we'll get the 24 of Dalton back down here for a quick interview. I'm sure they're going to pit. Dalton's going to lead them to the line, or lead them to the line. He's going to lead them down pit road. He's going to lead them to the line, too. Well, it looks like these other drivers did stay out. Everybody else coming down pit road. Like the 00, Matthew McCann might have missed his pit stall. He did a drive-through. Well, all right, Dalton Tucker is going to be coming back out. Won the race off of pit road here. It really wasn't a race. He had the first stall come out first, so let's see if we can get Dalton back down here for a quick interview here. Dalton Tucker, it's me again up in the booth. Get a copy, bud?
I got you.
Well, congratulations, man. You're going to be picking up 10 points from the stage and a point for leading the lap. That's 11 points that you didn't have before, cutting into the lead there in the point standings with Tony Manji. But Tony finished behind you, so he's going to get 9 points. And I don't know if he led a lap. I believe he did. So, you know, 10 points for him, 11 for you. Man, what's going through your mind out there? Winner last week? You looking to win it here tonight, too?
Yeah, really looking to win every week if I can, but just knock away at his points lead, and hopefully I can be up there with him soon.
Well, you know, 38 points back behind Tony Manji, it doesn't seem like a big gap. But, you know, racing and winning, you know, around a big field like this, and, you know, of course, racing in general is rather difficult. But, you know, keep your head clear, Dalton, because, you know, he's behind you. And we know how you two race around one another.
Yeah, it's always super tight and really competitive, me and him.
Well, what happened there? You know, we had one caution here. You know, lap one, you and Tony were out front. I don't know. Did you see anything in your mirror behind you?
I saw the wreck, but I couldn't tell exactly what happened. I know he was pushing Josh pretty hard trying to get in front of Terry. But other than that, it honestly just, I saw smoke and everybody wrecking.
Oh, man. All right, Dalton. Well, congratulations on your stage one victory here, man. We got stage two coming up here momentarily, and I'm sure it's going to be a battle here for stage two as well.
Oh, yeah, for sure.
Thank you, Dalton, man. All right, Dalton Tucker, your stage one winner here tonight. We're going to be going to stage number two here momentarily. As soon as I can find, there it is. Well, all right. Looks like Dalton Tucker is going to start in that top spot. Brady Road is going to be second. Jim Westerfield third. Scott Johnson fourth. Jared Duda in fifth. Now, Tony Maggi going to be starting all the way back here in that 10th position. Not sure exactly what happened to Tony, but he's going to be starting way back here in the mid-pack. Pace cars lights are off. They're on the back stretch. Zachary Smith in chat. How you doing there, bud? Hopefully everybody's enjoying the great racing these guys are putting on. Had one caution here so far on lap number 1. They got it figured out, though. All right, pace car dives off. Going to be in Dalton Tucker's hands here, coming to the green flag. Is he going to wait for it to come out, or is he going to hammer down? Well, the green flag is back out. He waited, and he is on the loud pedal and pulls out front before turn number 1. He's going to take it high. The 29 of Brady Road is going to take it in directly behind him. That's going to put, whoa, Chuck Carroll caught on that outside. Not a good place to be with the net code the way it is. Chuck Carroll's trying to do everything he can. He's going to make it 3 wide as the 15 of Jim Westerfield kind of caught in the middle there. He held on to it. '53 trying to get a run. That'll be Jared Duda trying to get a run there on that 07 of Scott Johnson. Just cannot get up there to him. The 53 though will, oh, that was close. The 53 almost got into the 15 of Jim. Now the 53 is going to pull it high. The 15, the 3 together here. We got a battle going on right here. We got a battle right back here, too. Tony Maggi going to the inside of the 27 of Darren Bruce. Now he's going to be coming up on the 23 of Lonnie Barrington. Started in that 10th position on the start of the race. 30 up, one spot here, trying to make it 2. Now he's going to have the 10 of Chad Engel to deal with. He is coming right up on Chad Engel. Chad takes it low. Tony going to stay in that mid to high line. Coming off of turn 4 onto the tri-oval here. A D-shaped oval of Kansas, basically, is what it is. So now Tony's going to take that out. Tony may be saving some tires, too. I'm not entirely sure what Tony's doing. But if he is, he's still hammering down because he is now up 3 spots from that restart. Got his eye set now on the 3 of Chuck Carroll. Lonnie Barrington did get his lap back. Matthew McCann, the last driver on the lead lap. Kenny McCullough is still currently 1 lap down, looking to get his lap back. Thomas Gold, haven't talked much about these guys back here. They're still out here racing. They're still out here pulling some laps. Thomas Gold in the 97 does have some damage, but he is still out here racing it up. Thomas Vanassi as well. Looks like he's got most of the damage fixed. It looks like might be some right front on that 30. Still out here pulling some laps. See Logan Kai still out here. Scott Bellum still sitting on pit road. Josh Mayhew as well. See Terry Griffey on pit road, as well as Scott Wise. A lot of these drivers still getting damage fixed as Dalton the half a second ahead of Brady Road. Brady has got company with the 07, still Scott Johnson behind him. Jared Duda. What a good run Jared is having. Jim, currently probably one of your biggest movers here tonight. One of them. Started 22nd. Currently in 5th. Let's run along here with the cockpit with Jim Westerfield. Give everybody an idea on what Kansas is like. The 07 scraping the wall. That'd be Scott Johnson. See if we can find him. There he is. He's another big mover. Started 24th, currently now in 7th after scraping the wall. As they make these way around, let's see if he's got some damage. And it looks like he may have some right front damage. Get a closer look. Yeah, it looks like that right front may be crinkled up just a little bit around the tire. Around the tire well. Kenny McCullough, Chad Engel. Not many battles here currently going on as we do take a look here at Tony Manji again. He is coming up on Chuck Carroll. Little bit of drafting going on between that 92 and the 3. We see the 92 get really, really close to the back bumper of the 3. Putting a little pressure on that 3. Might be trying to give him a little push too. I don't want to push too hard as he is like right there, or was there, right up on his bumper. Ooh, man, that was close. There's some good angles here as they come screaming down the backstretch going into turn number 3. Chuck Carroll dropping it low. Tony gonna stay high. Oh! Chuck gonna wash up just a little bit, but will not get into the 92, but the 92 will make the pass there on Chuck Carroll. Let me see if I can find a better can. There we go. Well, Jim Westerfield now is trying to get his eyes set on Jared Duda. Jared now in 3rd. They come around the 97 of Thomas Gold. Well, Jonathan Whalen in the 85 going to come down pit road. Someone I'm missing here tonight, and I'm not seeing, is Mr. Ed Adams. Well, Scott Johnson down pit road as well. The pit stops are happening again here. Stage 2 will end on lap number 80. Lap 80. I do have a crank it up cam for Kansas. We'll get to that on the final stage here. Might even do it when they drop the green flag while they're all packed together. As we take a look here, the Brady Road last week at Dover, he finished in 4th place, or 5th place. He started 4th. He is currently right now in 2nd, started 15th. Josh Mayu last week had a good race. He started 6th place and he finished in 2nd. Terry Griffey started in 5th and finished 3rd last week at Dover. They had a K2B Motorsports 1-2-3 last week. They're going to be trying to do it again here tonight, but I don't know exactly where Mr. Mayhew's at. See, Josh is still sitting on pit road, it looks like. Man, tough break for Josh. Getting caught up into that first accident. I don't know if he would really want to chat about that or not. Josh, if you're watching the stream here, bud, probably not. But if you are, man, you're more than welcome to pop down here in the booth and kind of talk about what was going on down there in that first wreck. Well, Dalton Tucker's still in first, but now Tony Monge has got second as we have some drivers on pit road here. Now it's going to be who is going to come down pit road next. Dalton has led 59 laps here tonight. Tony Monge has led 1. Brady Rhodes still looking to lead his first lap of the race. Jim Westerfield as well. Jared Duda, I believe he might be a newcomer to the league. I'm not entirely sure. If anybody in chat knows the information to that, let me know. But I do believe he might be new to the league, as it looks like the 29 of Brady Road and the 53 of Jared Duda is going to come down pit road here. Aaron Bruce down pit road. Kenny McCullough also coming down pit road. So now, when is the leaders going to pit? Well, the last time we seen the leaders pit, Dalton pitted and Tony pitted right behind him on the same lap. So it looks like Dalton Tucker is going to come down pit road, as well as Tony Monge. That'll give the lead up to Chuck Carroll. Chuck's going to lead his second lap of the race, I do believe. Yes, he will. Matthew McCann staying out, looks like. See, Dalton, Tony, Jim coming down pit road. Jim's already in his pit stall. Nate DeFayette also coming down pit road. Locks it up, smokes it. Does have some damage on the Silverado 62, but like he's going to come down here and get 4 Mr. Feelgoods and some fuel. It looks like he might just be getting fuel. All right. Back out here onto the track. Chad Engel. Whoa! We got one spinning. Who is that? Oh, man. Somebody smoked it onto the track. I don't know who that was, but good save. Now, I want to say it might have been the 00. I don't know for sure if it was Matthew McCann or not. But whoever it was, that was one heck of a save. Well, Chuck Carroll has now led 4 laps. And Chuck gonna give it up. He's gonna come down pit road. It looks like Chad Engel in the number 10. Also going to come down pit road. Matthew McCann going to stay out, it looks like. And he will lead his first lap of the race here this evening. Lap 71. Bonus points coming in for Matthew McCann. I'm sure Matthew will come down pit road here momentarily as Dalton, Tony, all fresh tires. They are gaining ground on the leader. Matthew McCann has now led 2 laps. I don't know if he can do it. As the 0-2, Josh Mayu looks to the inside of the 00 to get around him. That is not for position. Well, Matthew is going to come down pit road. Dalton Tucker and Tony Manji now will go back 1 and 2. And Brady Road will be 3. Jim Westerfield 4 and Jared Duda will be 5 when everything refreshes. If they can make it back around before Matthew can come out, which I'm sure they will be able to. Because Matthew's just now getting to his pit stall and Dalton and them are coming around the track. As they will take back over the lead 1 and 2. So everything resetting, pit stops have happened. So who is it going to be for stage number 2 here in about 7 laps? Is it going to be the 24 again, or is Tony going to upset him and pull out in front at the final second to get stage 2? They come around the front stretch, getting around some lap cars here, it looks like. Well, that's really going to help out Dalton. But Tony, with those Mr. Feelgoods there under the truck, going to be able to keep up for the most part with Dalton. Now, how hard is Dalton working that truck? He's staying high, it looks like. Try and save some tires here. Tire fall off is not bad. Like I said, you can run probably 25 to 30 laps before you start to really notice it. That really also depends on how hard you're driving too, because when the fuel runs out, it lines up that back end, and that back end wants to spin around on you when it gets loose. These guys know how to handle it though. Check on Darren, started 20th, currently 7th. Only driver 1 lap down is Kenny McCullough. Last driver on the lead lap is Matthew McCann in the 00 Hooters Chevrolet. 3 laps remaining. Six-tenths of a second ahead of Tony Manji. Tony Manji, about 7/10 of a second ahead. So, no, 6.8 seconds ahead of Jared Duda. Looked at that wrong. I thought it was 6/10, but not 7 seconds now. We are going to be coming to 1 to go here in stage number 2. All right, Dalton Tucker coming to the line. Tony, one last push. Not going to be able to do it. And the caution will fly. And stage 2 winner will go to Dalton Tucker. So congratulations goes to Dalton for winning stage number 2. All right, well, some notes coming down from race control. Of course, stage 2 winner will be Dalton Tucker. But Tony Mangi started the stage 2 from the back of the field. It was 2 from the back. And he raced his way all the way up front to finish in 2nd place. What a run by Tony. We're going to see if we can get both of these guys down here. See Dalton and Tony both coming down pit road. Of course, we will talk to Dalton here real quick. And then we'll see if we got time to get Tony up here as well. "11 drivers on the lead lap. Kenny McCullough will have the lucky dog. All right, well, who's going to win the race off of pit road? Is it going to be the 24? Barely, but it is. So Dalton Tucker going to win the race off of pit road. Tony going to be in the 2nd off of pit road. All right, let's see if we can get Dalton back down here. Well, Dalton, we're going to have to keep a home down here for you, it looks like, in this race because, well, stage 2 winner here, man.
Hey, that sounds good to me.
We'll talk about that last run there in stage 2, and how was it?
It's pretty boring for the most part. You just kind of get spaced out, and you're just kind of riding around. Restarts are pretty fun, but other than that, it's pretty boring.
Well, you know, you got 10 more points. You know, going to be cutting into the lead a little bit, sort of, kind of, because Tony, of course, finishing 2nd place right behind you. You know, he started in the back, you know, two from the back, and then he worked his way up to 2nd. Did you know that?
Yeah, I saw him coming. I had an easy entry on pit road, and he took it pretty hard, and we came off pretty close together.
Yeah, you did. Well, congratulations, Dalton. Stage 2 winner here tonight, man. Going to be a shootout to the finish, I can assure you that. Good luck, bud.
Appreciate it.
Well, all right. Well, I don't know where he's at. If I can find him. There he is, Tony Mangi. You got a copy?
Yes, sir. How you doing, man?
I'm doing all right, bud. Well, it wasn't enough laps there to do it, but you finished 2nd again in the stage. You know, right now you've currently got 28 total points with the lead in the lap and, of course, finishing 2nd in the stage, man. How's the racing down there for you?
Well, it's good so far. You know, we got a fast best overhead door Chevy. But Dalton's going to be tough to beat in this race, and rightfully so with the loss of his buddy Patrick. And really cool for him to honor him with A, dominating this race, and B, you know, just kind of, I don't know, able to lead the pace car and all that stuff before the race. He's got a lot of cool things, and you know, really thinking about Patrick and his family and all that stuff in this race. So it's really cool to see the 24 out front tonight.
Well, you know, it's y'all getting double file here. Y'all's going to be going back green flag racing. Yeah, it's always tough losing a friend, family member, whatever the case may be, man. But you guys are out here racing. He's got his mind pretty clean, it looks like. I know it's tough for him. But we know the show ain't over with yet because you're going to be starting on the outside of him on this restart.
Yep. We're going to do everything we can here and see how it goes these last 84 laps.
All righty, bud. Good luck out there, Tony, and because I know it's going to be a show for everybody out there for the win here tonight.
Heck yeah. Thank you so much, man. Appreciate it.
Uh-huh. All right. Well, for one, I hope I put him in the right room. If I didn't, well, then he's going to be talking to people he is not teammates with. Well, all right. Well, Tony Manji does have the fastest time here tonight so far with a 30.313. Good Lord. As we get ready to go back green flag racing, Dalton on the inside, Tony on the outside, 1 and 2, Jared Duda in third, Chuck fourth, Lonnie Barrington fifth. Waiting on the green flag. Green flag is out. Final stage underway here tonight. For the I-States Racing Association Ford Entertainment Group 250 at Kansas. Presented by MaxSpeedTV. Now they will have to pit, guaranteed. They cannot go the rest of the race without pitting for sure. These guys are still a single and double file here for the most part. Well, everybody, since they're all still bundled up here and are ready to rock and roll, how about we do a little bit of crank it up, shall we? Alrighty, back live here. Hopefully you guys enjoyed the Crank It Up cam there. Now we do have a new leader, Tony Manji, during the Crank It Up. Tony took that top spot away from Dalton Tucker. Dalton now will go back to second place. It ain't over though. This race is by far not even over with. Jared Duda in third, Chuck Carroll in fourth. I can click on his name. Lonnie Barrington in fifth. So this is your top five here in this pack of cars. Now Scott Johnson leading the second pack here in the 07. The 27 of Darren Bruce looks like going to pull up right in between the 07 and the 29 of Brady Road. Here comes Kenny McCullough down to the inside. Kenny wants a piece of the action. Brady Road out there is got a little second group of cars forming here. And Chad Engel in the number 10 has got another group behind him with Matthew McCann in the 00, Jim Westerfield in the 15, and then the 62 of Nate DeFayette. Now Nate is 2 laps down, so Nate could use a couple of cautions to get some laps, get both of those laps back. Got a group of cars right here. Roger Rios, he is also 2 laps down. He could use those as well. So Nate and Roger actually battling for the wave around to get a lap back there. If a caution was to come out. And Josh Mayu did make it back out onto the racing surface. He is several laps down, though. That moto option 02. He's got the 14 of Timmy Trowbridge behind him. Really not many things happening, you know, right now, so to speak, though. We do got some battles going on. The 03 of Kenny McCullough here still trying to make waves, trying to gain positions, as he is now battling still with the 27 of Darren Bruce. Brady Road as well. They haven't caught up to the 07 of Scott Johnson, really. I mean, Scott can't see him in his mirror. The 27, though, is right there. He's going to try to go bumper to bumper with him. As we take a look at the caution count here tonight, we have had one regular caution and 2 stage cautions. So really, we've only had 1 caution here tonight. We've got 73 laps to go, 8 caution laps, and we've had 12 lead changes here tonight. Now, for everybody out there who I know we're racing here tonight here on a simulator, but I do want to bring up that coming up within, you know, starting, you know, really today and throughout the week, there's going to be some severe storms supposed to be happening here in the central part of the U.S. Everybody, please heed the warnings and the watches. Stay tuned to your local radio stations, news stations, weather stations, whatever the case may be. If something is issued, and especially if it's a tornado warning, please heed those warnings, because safety is the #1 key when it comes to that. We don't like to see anybody get hurt. I wanted just to point that out. Well, Manji busted his fastest lap. His last lap, when he had the fastest lap, it was a 33.13, and on lap 86, he just hit a 33.06. So Tony Manji with a rails on quick laps here tonight. He has led 13 laps. He's about to make it 14, as he has still got Dalton Tucker right behind him. Give me just a minute. All right, I had to close my door. Dogs were barking. All right, 67 laps left here tonight. We have hit the 100 mark laps. Tony Manji still out front. We take a look back here. Lonnie Barrington still holding strong. Started 26. He is up to 5th. Man, what a run by the 23 of Lonnie Barrington. Doug Carroll started 18th, currently 4th. Jared Duda started 16th, currently 3rd. Chuck Harrell putting the pressure on the 53 here for third place. I know a lot of these guys out here racing. Know them very well. Chuck Harrell being one of them. Dalton. Know Dalton pretty well. Jim Westerfield. The 20 laps into the run, lap times are off from about 0.6 to 0.9. So you can see the fall off. So as we go back up front and take a look at Tony Manji here, when he crosses the line, it will run a 31.183, and we'll set on him and see what this lap will be. It's different each lap. Good information. That lap was a 31.171. Race controller passing me some information there. Thank you, race control. All right, well, Chuck Harrell still putting the pressure there on Jared Duda. Lonnie Barrington back into the field. Darren Bruce riding that wall. He is behind the 07 of Scott Johnson, still leading this group of cars right here. Now, pit stops haven't happened yet. We'll be looking for them here probably within the next 10 laps or so, 5 to 10 laps, maybe even less than that, maybe a little bit more. Chad Engel, last driver on the lead lap, currently in 12th. He started 27th. He has led one lap. Got the 31 of Scott Wise behind him. Scott still holding strong. Heavy damage to that 31. Get a closer look. Look at the damage on that Toyota. Still keeping it straight, still keeping it on the track, but I'm sure he's worried about if it's heating up any. Looks like Scotty, not sure exactly what happened to Scotty Brown, but it looks like Scotty Brown may be done. Keep an eye on that. Well, we do have 3 drivers that are out of the race here. Chris Munger, Steve Seegers, and David McCullough. Now, I don't know exactly what happened to Scotty, but he did drop. All right, well, green flag pit stops are happening here, folks. Green flag pit stops are happening. Lonnie Barrington down pit road as well as Brady Road, Jared Duda. Let's see here. Roger Rios now coming down pit road. The green flag pit stops are happening here on lap number 110. Still don't think they could go the rest of the race. They probably could on tires, but I don't think they can on fuel. Dalton Tucker, Tony Manji, Chuck Harrell, Scott Johnson, and Darren Bruce is your top 5. Green flag pit stops did start happening. It looks like the '07 of Scott Johnson is coming down pit road, as well as Chuck Carroll. Tony Manji, Dalton Tucker giving up the top spot. They're coming down pit road. Darren Bruce led his first lap of the race here in the 27. Stays out, leads the lap. Now Jim Westerfield in the 15 looking to lead his first lap. Will he stay out if Darren pits? Or will Jim come down pit road with him? It looks like Darren and Jim both are going to come down pit road together. That will give the lead up to Chad Engel. Thus Chad pits. Chad is not pitting. He will lead his second lap of the race here tonight. Started 27th up to first. Woo. It looks like Chad is going to give up that top spot. It looks like he is going to come down pit road this time by. He made his way onto the apron there. So now Tony Manji back out onto the racing surface with the four Mr. Feelgoods and I am sure Fuel, as well as there is Jared Duda and Dalton Tucker just now coming down pit road. It looks like he may be making another pit stop. I don't know. I'm just the broadcaster. I don't know what's going through their mind. Little different strategies coming into play here in the final laps here. We'll be coming to about 50 to go here in about 3 laps or so. About 2 laps, we'll be at about 50 to go. Clean racing. Except for the first lap. It was a little on the unorthodox style for these guys. Wrecking on the first lap, but hey, it happens. I've seen it before. They got it cleaned up. They got it back going again. Great job by all these guys out here. Tony Manji now 29 laps under his belt. Started 4th. Dalton Tucker all the way back here in the 12th position. He is 1 lap down, as well as Chad Engel. Right now, if a caution was to come out, Chad Engel would be the lucky dog. Dalton Tucker and Chad going to be fighting for that position here. Scott Johnson in the 07 got it figured back out. Started 24th. He's currently in 6th. Check on some of the other drivers here. Now, I know Jim is, I believe he is running the Villa Lobos paint. It's a rescue center. Yes, he is. Of course, we know Dalton Tucker is running the Memorial paint along with the DuPont paint here tonight. Well, all right. Well, back up front still, Tony Mangi and the Best Overhead Doors Chevrolet. Got a 5.7 second, 5.8 second lead now over Jared Duda. Got Lonnie Barrington, though, breathing down his neck. Well, bumper, neck, same thing. Reading chat here. 2 3/4 inch hail reported, baseball size hail in the panhandle of Texas with the tornado warning. Like I said, folks, please heed those warnings and get to safety. Now, Lonnie Barrington still trying to get around the 53. I don't know if he's just buying some time or if he just can't get the run to get around him. Staying on the high side. 53 kind of the mid lane. They make their way onto the front stretch here. 53 gonna go low. Lonnie Barrington gonna stay high. It looks like that high line is that the place to be making a pass. I've noticed these guys making, the passes, on the high line and on the low line, but you get such a run on the high side, you can pretty much keep that position. Oh! Well, according to race control, Dalton Tucker got caught speeding entering the pits and had to come back down. That's why he had to come back down the second time. He was speeding on pit road. Oh man, tough break for Dalton. Well, Dalton, it's still not over with. Now, Dalton did win the first 2 stages. I mean, he could still come out here and win the race. Not saying he can't, because he probably could. Right now, though, Dalton is 1 lap down, as well as Chad Engel. And Tony Mangi has now got 39 laps led. He's looking to make it 40. All right, Jared Duda still holding on to second. I don't think they can go the rest of the race. I think they still may have to pit at least 1 more time. Of course, we do know if a caution was to come out, they would definitely come down pit road, because tires and fuel is going to be key here, especially fuel. You get 20 or so laps on tires, then yeah, you're going to really need tires. So these guys, I don't think they can make it. Well, Tony Mangi and Jared Duda, as we take a look at the gap here, about a 9-second gap between first and second. I don't use this much. I need to start using this gap to leader for everybody out there, because it really does throw it into perspective. We do got a battle here for third. 29 of Brady Road and the 23 of Lonnie Barrington. This is for third place. We're gonna ride along here with we'll ride along here with Brady Road here for a cockpit. Giving it a little bit of throttle, hammers it down, so to speak, onto the back stretch. Ooh, Lonnie drifting up. Lonnie keeping it straight though. Whoa. Brady Road gonna drop it below the white line here, coming across the stripe. Now he is in trouble because Chuck Harrell on that outside is going to make the pass on Brady Road, and Chuck gonna go in a 2-4. Good racing here late in the race. Got some passing going on. Looks like Kenny McCullough going to join the mix here in the 03. Coming up on the 29 of Brady Road. Jim Westerfield still in the top 10, looking to make some more ground up. Still got some laps left to do it. Almost about 33 laps roughly here. I still don't think they can make it, folks. Really don't. And I could be wrong. All right, well, from Tony's view, we'll go with another gap to leader here for everybody. The last driver on the lead lap is Matthew McCann. There's about a 26 and a half second gap between Manji and a 10th place. And 5th place Chuck Carroll, about a 12-second gap between 1st and 5th. Battle for position here between these drivers. That'll be the 03 and the 3 going to be battling it out here. I believe we're going to have some pit stops happening here, folks. Yes, we will. Chuck Carroll coming down pit road. I do not think they can make it. Now, who else is going to pit here? Let's ride along here with our leader here for a moment. Tony Manji. Oh, if I can find cockpit, there it is. Tony has a 13-second lead over now Kenny McCullough in second. Ah. I think Tony may be trying to save something. He may be clutching it. I'm not down there, folks. I don't know, but that's what it sounds like. You heard it live here on MaxSpeedTV when we went on board with him when it was going into turn 1. And you can hear it here. It sounds like he might be clutching it or or turning it off or something. I don't think he's turning the engine off. We'll be coming on lap 140. 37 laps remain. Good racing, good racing. Can he save enough? Well, Darren Bruce now going to take over second as Kenny comes down pit road. Looks like Roger Rios also on pit road. Kenny McCullough. Tony Manji is going to come down pit road. Don't believe he could save enough to make it. Well, he's still currently in first. Oh, the 27 of Darren Bruce, rip yellow cone. Let's go back here and take a look at what happened to Darren as he come. I think he was coming down pit road or gonna try to and locked it down too much and took out the cone. Might have lost it coming down pit road. He does get on the apron here, and it looks like he was going just a little bit too fast. Locks it up, and he does slide it, and he's gonna have to get going again. I don't know. He looks like he just turned right into the pit and continued on about his business. So that's what happened to him, Mr. Darren Bruce. Well, all right, Chad Engel now up front. He is going to come down pit road. Going to give the lead back up to the 92 of Tony Manji. Jared Duda now back to second place. Chuck Carroll in third. But Chuck started in 18th, and he is all the way up here running in that third spot. Scott Johnson in the 07 in fourth. Brady Road in fifth. That is your top five. Lonnie Barrington in sixth. Kenny McCullough in seventh. Jim Westerfield in eighth. Matthew McCann in ninth, and he is the last driver on the lead lap. And Chad Engel will round out your top 10. He's currently one lap down as he comes back out from his pit stop. Dalton Tucker in 11th, also a lap down. Darren Bruce, one lap down as well. He is currently 12th. Nate DeFayette in 13th, currently 3 laps down. Roger Rios 14th, 5 laps down, and Jonathan Whalen will round out your top 15. Jonathan also 5 laps down in the 85. So as we go back up front, we're going to be coming down to 20 to go here, folks, in about 2 laps. They have made their final pit stops. Well, a battle's going on here between now the 07 and the 23. I was just looking at that. Lonnie Barrington trying to get around Scott Johnson. For fifth. 20 to go. Now, Woodman, I do not speak like that, bud. I will not do that just because somebody is that way. It doesn't mean nothing. Well, as the 03 of Kenny McCullough edges ever so closer to the 07 of Scott Johnson, Lonnie Barrington backed off just a little bit. Jim Westerfield trying to get his way back up there. Gonna have to watch a battle gonna be brewing here probably momentarily between the 29 and the 3. We do have a battle still going on back here right behind them, the 03 and the 23, and of course Scott Johnson right up in the picture. 17 laps remaining here. Well, I still can't say it, man. I'm sorry. Just not in my nature. And a lot of these guys, like I said, some of these guys I don't even know. I did talk to Nate for a little bit last week after Dover. Tried to get to know him a little better. But a lot of these other guys I know from previous broadcasts. I've worked with several of these drivers out here, and as well, I've worked with alongside Josh Mayhew many times. All right, here we go. The 03 of Kenny McCullough. Now looking to the inside of the 07. Can he make it stick? In that 07, keep that high line, because he was getting a run off that high line. We've seen it here tonight. Can he keep it? Making their way into turn number 1. It doesn't look like he's going to be able to keep it right now. Can he get that run? No, the 03 is going to pull up right in front of the 07 of Scott Johnson. Scott going back to 6th. Kenny going into 5th. Chuck Carroll and Brady Rowe. Brady Rowe did make the pass on Chuck Carroll, but Chuck going to keep it close. 14 laps remain for Tony Manji. Jared Duda. Now, what a run for Jared. 14 remain. Woodman Gaming, we broadcast road courses. I have a few of them. I believe with this league here that I'll be doing for their season, and I call it just like I normally do. I don't care if it's a road course or an oval or dirt. It's called just like I see it, and that's the best way I know to put it out there for everybody is to call the race like I see it. If somebody gets into somebody, I'm gonna call it. If it's net code, I'm gonna call that too. I don't care. And I'm not an admin. I'm just the broadcaster. That's why I let race control handle the other side of it. But I really appreciate it. Great commentary. I do appreciate it, man. It makes me feel good that people does enjoy it. If you're new here, man, please hit that subscribe button, the little bell, and we broadcast. We broadcast almost every night a week, every night. So please, man, if you're enjoying it, Keep it up. You know, keep coming back. Share it on Facebook, social media, any of the social media, man. Get some more people in here. With the 29, the 03, and the 53 doing battle here. Jared Duda now is going to go back to fourth. He was third. He has lost 2 positions now. As Brady Road and Kenny McCullough get around. 11, 10 laps to go. If you're going to make something happen, you're going to have to make it happen now. As these laps are winding down very quickly. Battle for second, Kenny McCullough, Brady Road. Kenny gonna take second place here. Now, I would speak about Tony Manji, but Tony is up here 8 seconds ahead of second place Kenny McCullough. He's in clean air. He is not looking back. He started fourth, currently first, had to drive through the field in the second stage to make it happen to finish second. And right now he is currently leading. Dalton Tucker getting a speeding penalty on pit road just really cost Dalton. Dalton right now is looking for a caution. Right now that is what he's looking for, is a caution to get back on that lead lap and put some pressure on the 92 of Tony Manji, who has only got 8 laps to do this race in. Now Kenny McCullough gaining a little bit of ground on Tony Manji. Down to 7 seconds, 7.3 seconds. We go back here into third. Brady Road, Chuck Harrell, Jared Duda now. These guys going to be doing battle here. 7 laps remaining. They go 2 by 2. And I'm not talking about 3 wide. 3 wide. 29 gets pushed down below the white line. He is going to have to get off the gas. We were 3 wide there for a second. Well, Brady Road going to go back to 5th. Now Jared is trying to get around the 3 of Chuck Harrell. Chuck in 3rd. Dalton Tucker now with the quickest lap of the race. The 53 of Jared Duda gonna make the pass on the 3. I don't believe Chuck can make it. He's gonna have to come down pit road. Dalton Tucker now with the new fastest lap of the race with a 33.03. Wow, what a quick lap. So 5 laps to go for the 92 of Tony Manji. This will make Tony's 7th win of the season here. If he can hang on to it. Back up to 8 seconds here. Of course, if now a caution was to come out at any point, the race will be over. Three to go for Tony. Kenny McCullough in 2nd. Jared Duda back up to 3rd. Lonnie Barrington in 4th. The 07 of... Who's the 07? Lost it. Scott Johnson. That is not for position, but Scott's going to get around the 23 of Lonnie Barrington. With 2 to go for the 92 of Tony Manji. make it his 7th win of the season. He's got one more lap to do it as he comes to take the white flag. One more lap to go. Tony Manji has got 6 wins on the season, and he is not looking back now. Tony Manji, your winner here tonight at Kansas. What a race it was here tonight, folks. But Tony going to come in first, Kenny McCullough second, Jared Duda is going to be in 3rd place. What a great race this was here tonight. And they only had one actual caution here tonight, and I'm not sure why it reset it, but they only had one caution here. They had 2 stage cautions, so well, what a run. Your winner here tonight, though, is gonna be Tony Manji. Well, give me just a few minutes, folks. I'll get the top 3 down here for an interview. Don't go anywhere. The MaxSpeedTV post-race show coming up next. Alrighty, guys, we are back live here on MaxSpeedTV. I've caught up with the top 3. Jared Duda, man, what a race here tonight, man. Started 16th, green flag pit stops, 1 caution at the very beginning of the race. Man, what did it take to get around everybody here coming, in the final stage to put that number 53 in, the top 3 here tonight?
Just try to keep the nose clean, keep it off the fence, just run away from everyone else. Saving fuel at the end, that was a tough part. Probably had an easy 2nd place finish if fuel didn't come into play. Had to really save.
All right, man. Yeah, it was a tough race. Kansas is not the most friendly track when it comes to tires. But talk about the tire run out there, because it looked like y'all could go for quite some time on tires.
Yeah, it wasn't too bad. Started to get a little tight at the end of the run, but the fuel made it easy. Didn't make tires get too much of a factor. We had to come in for fuel, which is mainly the reason why we started pit stops. That's
All right, Jared. Well, congratulations on 3rd place here tonight for the United States Racing Association Ford Entertainment Group 250 here at Kansas, man. Any thoughts, shout-outs you want to give before you go celebrate?
Yeah, I just want to shout out all the guys here. This is my first race here in the league. Shout out to the team, really running me through this, and yeah, just shout out to iStates for running this.
Well, you know, for your first race, you can't ask for anything better, man. A podium finish.
Oh yeah, I was actually coming in here hoping just for a top 10, just run clean, but it got a lot better, I guess.
It sure did. All right, Jared, we're not going to keep you, man. Go celebrate.
Thank you, sir.
Uh-huh. All right. Well, that'll bring us to second place here tonight. And, you know, he fought hard in that Oreos machine. Kenny McCullough, man, what's going on, man? Second place.
I know that the racing was good, hard, and clean.
Good, hard, and clean. Well, I don't know. I don't know. You started ninth, so you were kind of up there during that one and only caution we had on the first lap. What did you see from your point of view?
I actually started on pit road, and I had a plan to take it easy, stay out of trouble, and wait to the end, and it paid off.
Oh, okay. So you actually started on. Oh, okay. Hey. Well, I mean, it worked out. It did work out. Well, you got Eldora next week. Going to sling some dirt in the All-Star race. No points really on the line there, but a fun race. What's your thoughts going into a dirt race?
It'd just be fun to race something. You can let it all hang out. That's for sure.
Yeah, you got a point on that, Kenny. Well, congratulations, man. A solid run for you here tonight. Second place, man. You were probably, you'd rather get the win, I'm sure, but you were, about 9 seconds back, just not enough laps to catch up to him.
Yeah, I had to save a little bit of gas there at the end. I was pretty close. I think pitting later than everybody else definitely helped me with the tire situation. That's for sure.
All right, Kenny. Well thought. Shout out you want to give before you go celebrate second here tonight?
Yeah, I just want to thank Josh and I States for putting this on.
All right, Kenny. Well, we'll see you next week at Eldora, bud.
Yes, sir. Have a good one.
Uh-huh. Well, that'll bring us to our winner here tonight. And I don't know exactly what happened down there, to be honest with you. But Tony, man, winner, 7th win of the season, man. Talk about it. If you're talking, we can't hear you.
Can you hear me now?
We can hear you now.
All right. Well, like I was saying, the best overhead door Chevy Silverado was on point tonight, but obviously, we're racing with heavy hearts with Dalton's buddy Patrick passing away this week, and that's been such a tough deal for them, and it was really cool to see him, be able to honor Patrick, be able to lead the pace car on the first lap and win the first 2 stages. He had a really awesome paint scheme, and it was really cool to see that. So we were kind of racing with heavy hearts tonight, and love to support Dalton. I know it's no secret Dalton and I are pretty good buddies off the racetrack. So when he told me that happened, that was pretty devastating.
Yeah.
But he's such a great competitor, great person, and I love racing with him. We had a great battle tonight up until he sped on pit road. I actually had a pit road miscue that time too. So it was kind of weird how we both kind of had flub ups, but mine was a little less than his was, and unfortunately kind of took him out of the race. But he was certainly right there, super competitive the whole race. It was a lot of fun with that little skirmish we had after the restart, after the second stage. So it was a real eventful race. I got to apologize to Josh for getting into him on the first lap. It kind of looked like we just got together, in practice. We were able to push cars, all the way around the racetrack. I was pushing Dalton. I was pushing my teammate Brady, and it didn't get anybody loose, but it seemed like we were in a real tight situation. I had, 3 K2B cars right around me, and it kind of seemed like maybe Josh was trying to get in front of Terry or something, maybe jerk the wheel. I don't know, but it hadn't happened to anybody. In fact, I hit Dalton in the same spot during the race, and he didn't even get loose. But yeah, so it was, I apologize to him if that was on me, but other than that, an uneventful race, and had a lot of fun tonight in the best overhead door Chevy Silverado.
So let me get this straight a minute. You caused the one and only caution?
Well, that's the way the officials called it. Not that I would quite agree with that, but it it was what it was. But obviously, Josh and I are friends too, and I have no beef with him or any of the K2B guys. They're always super fast, super competitive, and obviously, us and them are kind of, leading a lot of laps and running up front a lot. So obviously, I wouldn't do anything to intentional with him, and I'll talk to him about it after. But yeah, it was a fun race, a long race, had fuel mileage, had a caution, had a little bit of everything. It felt like.
Yeah, and that's another thing I wanted to mention is and of course race control put it in chat as well. We went on board with you, and you were clutching it, but you still had to come down pit road. Did you not save enough?
Well, so we got to the second to last run, and I looked at my fuel and went, we are going to be close. And I wanted to try to push that as long as I could because I knew, we couldn't get past 30 laps on fuel. So I wanted to push it as far as I could to get past into that to leave me the option to do whatever I need to do in the final run, with about 27 to go or whenever I pit. But yeah, that was really a strategy call. I knew we couldn't make it, but I was just trying to do all I could to push it forward even more and try to get, more insurance, put it that way, for the last run. And I still ended up having to save pretty hard in the last run, just to make it. I think I ended up with about 2 or 3 laps to the good, so that was all right. But it was certainly interesting from this cockpit.
Yeah, yes, it was, and it was really interesting up here to see it too, because going into turn 1, you clutched, you got back on it. Going into turn 3 and 4, you clutch it. You did that according to race control. You did that for about 15 laps.
Yeah, we're just doing all I really could to try to get insurance for that last run. And last run, I don't believe I clutched it, at least not as much if I did. And just trying to save because I knew I had a pretty big gap out to second. So, I didn't want to be the fool that runs 100% trying to get a 30-second lead when it's not really necessary.
Yeah. Well, Tony, man, we're not going to keep you here, bud. We're going to let you go celebrate your win. I know it's, pretty rough here, tonight, like you said, heavy hearts, racing here with everything going on with, with Dalton and the family over there. It's the Patrick Curtis family. You are going to come away with the win here tonight. Gained a little bit more points there on Dalton. But really tonight it was more about the family of Patrick Curtis and and Dalton. Doing what Dalton did, representing a memorial for that family.
Absolutely, yeah, I 100% dedicate this win to Patrick and Dalton, and just kind of hurting for that family right now. But yeah, so that's what I dedicate this win to. But shout out to my sponsor, Best Overhead Doors, always, and Greg McKinney, and just everybody at iStates, Josh, for putting this on, you guys for broadcasting, do a great job week in and week out. But again, thoughts and prayers are with Patrick Curtis for sure.
Yeah, yes, sir. Well, I got one more question for you. All-Star race next week. Eldora going to sling some dirt in the trucks, man. What's your mindset? No points, just really a fun race.
Well, yeah, oddly enough, we keep talking about Dalton, and he's sponsoring next week for the All-Star race. So, the All-Star race presented by Dalton Tucker, no, we're going to have some fun with it, and ready to sling some dirt at Eldora. It'll be a great time. It should be a great show, so everybody should tune in next Sunday night. It's going to be one heck of a...
And you cut out. All right, Tony, you there?
You got me?
Yeah, I got you now.
No, it's just going to be one heck of a show next week. Looking forward to it.
Yes, sir. Yes, sir, Tony. All right, man. We'll go celebrate, the win or whatever you're going to, do here tonight, bud. And we'll see you next week at Eldora in the All-Star race.
Thank you so much, buddy.
Uh-huh. Well, all righty, folks. Well, Tony Manji, you were a winner here tonight. We're going to get down here to the Final results. On the Moto Option final grid here tonight, Tony Manji with the win here. Congratulations, Tony, for getting the win. Kenny McCullough in second place. Jared Duda going to finish in third in his first race with I-States. What a run Jared had. Lonnie Barrington will finish in fourth. Jim Westerfield in fifth. Matthew McCann in sixth. Brady Road in seventh. Dalton Tucker in eighth. Scott Johnson in ninth. Chad Engel in 10th. Darren Bruce in 11th. Chuck Carroll in 12th. Nate Defiant in 13th. Roger Rios 14th. Jonathan Whalen 15th. Thomas Vanassi in 16th. Thomas Golden 17th. Scott Wise in 18th. Josh Mayu 19th. Timmy Trowbridge in 20th, Logan Keiss 21st, Terry Griffey 22nd, Scotty Brown in 23rd, Scott Bellum 24th, Chris Munger 25th, Steve Seegers 26th, and David McCullough in 27th. Well, that's going to wrap it up here for the I-States Racing Association Ford Entertainment Group 250 here at Kansas on MaxSpeedTV. So until next time, folks, stay safe and have a good night.